Alright, what is good everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys a clean looking pair of Air Max 1s, and this colorway is called Mica Green. And as you can see, these are perfect for like spring and summertime, and you cannot go wrong with a colorway like this. You have your nice whites on the midsole and on the toe box, paired up with that Mica Green on the mudguard and on the swoosh, and it's just a softer shade of green, which makes this shoe of course more wearable with a variety of different outfits. Now this pair is also being compared with the Spiral Sage Air Max 1s that were released back in 2020. I don't know if you guys remember that pair, but it comes in a similar type of color scheme, but I'd say the green on that pair is a little bit darker, and it also features a midi swoosh on the mudguard, which in my opinion is always a nice add-on to the shoe. And by the looks of it, the leather on that pair seems to have better quality, because the leather on this Mica Green pair feels a bit cheap in my opinion. It almost has like a matte finish to it, which gives off like a fake leather type of look. If you guys have a pair yourself, you guys know what I mean. So Nike definitely could have done a better job as far as materials. Like, you don't get the best quality materials on the uppers, but then again, it is not a general release. But I know for a lot of Air Max heads out there, that is gonna be a deal breaker. And if you guys can do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button. That is the only thing that I ask from you guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I don't always show you guys the latest or the hyper sneakers out there, but I like showing you guys sleepers and like sneakers that are heavily overlooked. So go ahead and join the family and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet.
So casually keep diving into concrete, so bittersweet, huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat.
So I always have love for the Air Max 1s. In fact, my first pair of sneakers that I ever bought when I was younger was a pair of white and blue and orange Air Max 1s. So it was dope to see Nike bring back the OG shape, or should I say the big bubble Air Max 1s on Air Max Day. And although I do like that shoe a lot, that is also a shoe I could just appreciate without having them in my collection, because personally I'm not the biggest fan of the red and white colorway. But knowing Nike and seeing what they already done with the Nike Dunks, they're probably gonna release a rainbow of different colorways, because I did see some leaked images of a possible brown colorway and also a navy one. But I think a lot of Air Max heads out there just want to see the OG royal blue version coming out, and it is only right that they released that one right after the red and white colorway. But I think there's gonna be more nice GRs for the regular Air Max 1s this year, because I also see some images of an interesting pair that has a different Nike branding on the tongue and also on the back of the shoe. So that is also a nice switch up. But going back to this Mica Green pair, so I picked this pair up from Soulbox in Europe for a retail price of $150, and I know some of you guys got from Soulbox too. You can either get these from Soulbox or from SVD, and so these are officially set to drop on April 14th in the US, according to Sneaker News. So I'm just here to give you guys an early look on this pair and show you guys how these look on feet. Now some might say this colorway looks a bit too plain, and yes, there's not a lot going on with this shoe, but personally I like the simple and minimal look, and it's definitely a nice shoe to bring out during spring and summertime.
Keep your head on swivel, little niggas out here tripping. World ain't what they told me, always thought that it be different. Disregard that hate and keep your mind straight on your mission. I could lead a horse to water, I hope one day he gon' listen. I just keep a little bit of my cold blood.
So this is the box that it comes with, just a regular red and white Nike box, and I got this in a size 8.5, which is my true to size. And as far as I remember, with Air Max 1s, you can always go true to size. So diving into some of the details on this shoe, so the base layer on the shoe comes in as white mesh. I do have to say the mesh on this pair feels a bit stiff, and on the mid panel you get that gray suede, which also feels pretty rough to the touch. You also get a white mesh tongue with the Nike branding on top in this Mica Green color. You also get a white sock liner, and on the insoles it features the Nike branding again in that Mica Green. And so moving on to the mudguard, like I said, this comes in a leather finish, but it doesn't feel like real leather. It's definitely like a mixture of some other type of materials, but one thing I do know, it's definitely not the greatest quality out there. And it also comes with a Mica Green leather swoosh, and on the back you get a green Nike Air embroidery, and it also comes with a regular white midsole and a gray Air unit. So there's not any seal implemented on this shoe, so all the whites on this shoe is just a regular pure white. So it also features some white laces, and it doesn't come with any extra laces. And then lastly, the outsole features colors of black, white, and of course that Mica Green again. So overall, this colorway is super clean to me. Definitely a nice pair to rock with some shorts or some sweats during spring or summertime. And if I would rate this colorway from 1 out of 10, I would definitely give it a nice 7.5. But when it comes to the materials on this shoe, like I said, it does feel pretty cheap because the mesh on the toe box does feel a bit stiff, and the leather on the mudguard doesn't feel like real leather, and it also has a weird smell to it. Like I don't know how to describe it, but if you guys own a pair, you guys know what I mean. So as far as materials, I would give this pair a 5 out of 10. I know for some of you guys it probably don't matter, you just care about the colorway because it is a pretty clean looking pair, but for a lot of Air Max heads out there, like I said, the cheap materials on the upper might be a deal breaker. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this shoe. So these officially drop on April 14th in the US if you plan on copping. So that is all that I have for you guys today. If you guys can do me a favor, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys at the next one. I'm out.
Bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets didn't taught me, but we too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets didn't taught me, I'm just tryna get my niggas paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was that nigga since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams of getting paid. Dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Niggas hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action,